I never in 1,000 years thought I would have to discuss the topic that I have to discuss because it was a topic that I've considered no taboo. We're not getting into it. So, because it is such a controversial topic, I'm going to try to keep my own personal opinions out of it. There will be times where I'm going to segue and give you how I truly feel, but it probably won't be a lot of vibrato. I have a sore throat today, and I had no intention of doing a vlog today. But yeah, it's just it's a bad controversy stemming from an even worse controversy. That I never thought I would get into because it's just insanity. So this is about the angelic pretty incident regarding the angelic. Let me be precise. The angelic pretty incident in USA. It has to do with Angelic Pretty USA and statements that were made about the events that took place in Charlottesville, Virginia over the weekend. Let's just say this whole thing is a fucking shit show, shall we? And I'm not just talking about Angelic Pretty USA figurehead chiming in. I'm talking about the whole thing as a whole. Um, Quite frankly, it is 2017, and I would have thought by this stage in humanity, with all the technology and everything going around, that we would be beyond the point of hating people based on the God that they pray to and the color of their skin. Because you can literally talk to anybody. As long as they have internet access, you can talk to anybody from any country, anywhere, at any time. So it's like, when are we going to get over this piece of histrionics about people, oh, I don't like you because you're black, or I don't like you because you're Jewish, or I don't like you because you're, I don't give a shit. It makes no sense. And by the way, science has disproven the thing that went on for the pervasive thing that went on for years, that people are genetically inferior to other people. There's no such thing as a genetic inferiority. We're all at our core humans. We all have the same heart, lungs, liver, brain, although most people don't use their brain. But we all have the same vital organs. We all have the same brain functionings, with some various exceptions. Um, in general, it is just completely asinine to me that we still have hate groups in this stage of humanity. And I don't know if and when it'll ever stop, because humans ultimately, I guess, always are going to need some other group of humans to vilify for whatever fucking reason they have in their weird little minds. But now that I got that statement off my chest, um, I tried to do this a little bit ago and I just couldn't get my life together to do it. So I'm thinking it's starting off even better now. So here's what happened. Yesterday, after all of the dust cleared from everything, in walks one of the figureheads. She's apparently the face of Angelic Pretty USA. I'm not gonna say her name just for the sake of not creating that much controversy, because my goal here is not to generate more controversy, is to try to give context to controversies. And you can all make up, you're all smart enough to make up your own opinions. At least you should be old enough and smart enough to make your own opinions, because I believe that's how people get you. So pretty much, I'll show you the picture. This was the picture. You know, the awful people, and then these people protesting. So these are two different protests for two various different reasons. And I'm not going to get into how I feel about either of them, because I don't want to get into it. But what was said, and I quote, is, let's see. One is just a bunch of people expressing their views on their own dime. The other's doing it while actually on their job, abusing their positioning and not actually doing their job. How about that? Question mark. End quote. Oh Lord, this is such a powder keg of a topic. This has the potential to just consume the Lolita community. It just, um, as it is there's this underbelly of Lolitas that believe that Lolita fashion is only for, like, the object in Japan, at least according to them, is to look like a doll. So you should be white. And I don't it's clothes. You don't have to be anything. As I've stated previously, clothes are an inanimate object. You don't put biases. Clothes don't have a bias. Clothes are there to cover you up. So I don't get where people have that mentality. It's clothes. If you can, if as the saying goes, if the shoe fits, wear it. If the JSK fits, put it on. So that's just, I don't get it. So this is why this is kind of a really rough topic, and plus for very obvious reasons this is going to be a rough topic. So let's just try to keep it all straight. What she's saying is basically that it's okay for them to have their horrible, antiquated, ridiculous, asinine march because they're not at work bothering people with it. I don't know. Like, I still think it's kind of ridiculous that people are still protesting race in 2017. So, and they are free to do so. I don't condone it because, again, it's stupid, but people are going to hate who they want to hate. And I can't, no matter how, it's like I told my husband once, no matter how intelligent I am, no matter how beautifully I sing some aria by some like by Mozart or whatever, I'll always probably in some form or fashion be hated by somebody just based solely because I have a touch more melanin in my skin than somebody else does, which I've never understood that. As long as I live and breathe, I will never understand that mentality. Again, we're all humans at our core, at least some of us are, and what the shit are we still having this argument for? As for the NFL people protesting, they're protesting for a completely different set of reasons. They're protesting because they feel as though that they could be killed by anybody, especially law enforcement at any point in time, just again based on the melanin in their the melanin content in their skin. I'm not going to say which is right and which is wrong. I'm not here to give that kind of commentary, so to speak. Again, you are all old enough. If you can click on a YouTube, you're obviously old enough to form your own opinions about things. I am not here to tell you how to think and feel. You should be able to do that on your own. So, I just think it's weird that you're going to make a statement like that, lady. I mean, you are the face of one of the, if not the biggest brand of specialized clothing, and you're gonna put out a kind of icky statement like that. I mean, not to diminish it by calling it icky, but it's a pretty fucked up statement. And then you capped it off with being snarky. So I'm like, well, how about that? That's, first of all, that's my line, and second of all, what are you doing? For me, because I was a business major at some point in my life, I even graduated from college with honors. Well, not with honors, but I graduated with a 3.1 GPA, and I was in the International Business Honor Society, Delta Mu Delta. And for me, as a business major, to me, if you're a business or the face of a business or the leader or the owner or whatever of a business, keep your fucking mouth shut about a controversial topic and don't say it, because inevitably somebody's going to tie you to that company, and that's going to create a problem for your company. You are screwing with your company's profit margin. Hence what happened with this. Everybody lost their shit and was like, well, maybe we should boycott Angelic Pretty. Maybe we should not have to buy anything from them anymore, because that apparently is how they feel as a company as a whole. And I don't think Angelic Pretty Japan feels that way. Japan, they kind of had the same philosophy. You don't have an opinion about a controversial topic. You are there to hawk your wares and shut the fuck up, which is pretty much what any business should do. Hawk your wares and shut the fuck up. So, I don't know, but, so people were organizing a protest against Angelic Pretty. Now, I'm not going to tell you, you know, I think what she said personally was just ridiculous. Shut the fuck up and hawk your shit. Did she have the right to say how she felt? I guess. I mean, yeah, freedom of speech, but damn. Shut the fuck up. You trying to garner attention for your business, right? You just fucked up. So what are we doing? So I don't know, but like, should you boycott Angelic Pretty? I will leave that to your discretion. Only because at the end of the day, it's your money. Put it where you think you put it where you look. Put it where you think it'll do the most good. If you think it'll do, like, well, it wasn't, her statement wasn't that bad. She didn't say she was pro whatever. She just said an ignorant statement. Okay, I can live with that. That's fine. That's your choice. Do what you feel is best for you, because honestly, it's your cash at the end of the day. It's your money. You put it where you want. I will not patronize Angelic Pretty USA, Japan, Shanghai, whatever, because I don't like Angelic Pretty's business practices as a whole. For me, they did horrifying stuff way before this. So I can't get with AP on a certain level because their business practices for me, pound for pound, for myself, is just egregious. I don't like it. And I don't have to participate in it. And I don't participate in it. As I said before, I have 3 items. 1 I got for free, 2 I purchased at a bargain basement price, and I don't even know, but put your money where you think it'll do the best good. It's the same thing somebody asked me a little bit ago when I was talking about the simplicity controversy with RuffleCon. Like, is it okay to buy a simplicity pattern? I intend to buy I still buy simplicity patterns because I like their patterns, and I also have some Butterick patterns in here somewhere. I will buy whatever pattern I think I need to work for what I need it to work for. I don't let something like a controversy stop me. Some people, they do. They just feel very strongly about something, and it's fine to have a strong opinion about something. That just shows that you care and you have integrity. I'm not saying I don't have integrity, but some things I'm just like willing to compromise my integrity on. So I'm not willing to compromise my integrity on the Angelic Pretty thing, and it's kind of almost a moot point anyway because I can't fit into a damn thing that they have going. So it's kind of a moot point, but like there's things I could buy like purses and shoes and la-di-da, and I just don't do it because I just find their business practices not nice. So whatever you choose to do, just choose what you think is best for you, for your morality, for your mores, whatever the case may be. I'm not telling you to do any of that stuff. It's up to you. It's your money. Spend it where you want. In the interim, Angelic Pretty USA released a statement. I gotta find this again. I had to get a picture of it. Somebody had a picture of it, so this is what Angelic Pretty USA said. This is their statement. To our valued customers, we deeply and sincerely apologize for any frustrating and unpleasant feeling made by one of our staff members. Angelic Pretty USA stands in solidarity against any extreme ideals, including segregationist concepts, and it's unaffiliated with any political groups. We welcome everyone from every race. We welcome everyone from any race, gender, creed to our company, to embrace and desires for all to live in harmony with each other. We will pay close attention and take necessary steps to prevent similar misunderstandings from happening in the future. We strive to improve, working at our best to have our customers have a pleasant experience, whether visiting our physical store or online shopping. Thank you for your support and consideration, AP Angelic Pretty USA. It's fucked up that they even had to make that kind of a statement. Because I know Japan. They don't care. I've been to Japan. I've actually been in Angelic Pretty Japan too. There's kind of a story there, but I'm not going to get into it. But I've been to Japan. And I know a lot of African American people's like, well, should I go to Japan? Or is it going to be a problem? Trust me, it is never a problem. I have been, the only problem I have ever had in Japan are people from my own country. That's the only problem I've ever had in Japan. So Japanese people are just like, oh, what, huh? They won't see you as like, like, oh, you're black or whatever. It's just, oh, you're just a gaijin. And that's just pretty much where it boils down to them. Like, the only weirdness I had when I was in Japan was a couple of little kids when I went in the summer were staring at me kind of hard because I don't think they'd ever actually seen an African American person, let alone one that was a few yards away from them. And they were just like, oh my God. And the other one, but at the same token, I was kind of looking at them because they were like the elementary school kids, and the elementary school kids wear these hats and their little uniforms, and it is just painfully, the most painfully adorable thing you will ever witness in your life. They were super ass cute. So I couldn't help but look at them too because I just wanted to hug them because they were so cute. But that wasn't even for me a problem because, like I said, you're in a country where like mostly everybody is Japanese. You see somebody that's like not Japanese, like really not Japanese, it's especially you a little kid, you can be like, what is happening? So I could live with that. And like I said, I was looking at them because they were cute. And the other weirdness I had was I was waiting for my husband, and this is when we went in the winter. I was waiting for my husband at the train station at Tachikawa, and this older dude, he wasn't in a business suit, so I don't know what his deal was, but he was having a whole conversation with me in Japanese because I was looking down at my lap listening to music waiting for my husband, and he was having a whole conversation and looking dead at me, and like he was like going off, and I was like, I looked up, I saw him, and he was like that looking like laser focused, and I was just like, okay. And he's like talking, and I can't hear what he's saying. One, because still got music in my ear, so I pulled my earbuds, and I still can't understand him because he's speaking Japanese, and my Japanese is not that great. And I was just kind of like, hontou ni sumimasen. I told him the best that I could, I don't speak Japanese, and he was just looking laser focused at me and just was chatting it up, and I think he wanted me to go off with him, but he was a little creepy, and I would never go off with some random dude, period, let alone some random dude laser focused staring at me at a train station. It was the most, I would kill to know what boyfriend's issue was. I would just love to know what it was. And like, he finally left, and this went on for like a good 2-3 minutes. He finally left, and he was still like looking back and talking and looking back and I don't know what his deal was, but those were like the two biggest weird things that happened to me in Japan. The first one wasn't that weird. The second one was a little freaky, and it was just like, oh my God. So, but in general, it's fucked up that AP had to put up AP USA had to put up a statement like that, saying like, oh, we look. Yes, everyone is entitled to their opinion, no matter how stupid or egregious or disgusting or distasteful or loving or whatever. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but honestly, if you're a business or you're the face of a company or whatever the case may be, shut the fuck up and hawk your shit. And stop trying to, have sarcastic ass opinions. As for the rest of it, put your money where you feel like it needs to go. If you find what they said egregious and you can't handle it, you don't have to put up with it. Quite honestly, if I was like an AP fan, that would satisfy me. Because, like I said, I've been to the store in Japan, and when I went in the summer, it was fine. Like, they were really nice. They came, like, I walked in, they were real chill, and I didn't buy anything, but I was like, okay, whatever. But, I don't know. So, I really hate that I had to discuss this. This is something that really we should not be talking about. Race is not a topic, is not a valid topic in 2017. We are all stuck on this planet together, and as far as I fucking know, nobody's going anywhere anytime soon that's not dead. So it's like, get it the fuck together. There's no reason for this shit in this day and age. I literally, on my Twitter and on my Instagram, have followers from all over the world. I communicate with people in Japan the best that I can. Can we please get the fuck over it? Because it's just about goddamn time. Okay? So that is all I have, and hopefully no other controversies could crop up, because I can't handle it. I have a sore throat. I am getting a cold, and I had to deal with this shit. So that is literally all I have, and I will see y'all next time with hopefully nicer news. Later.